go without his own drama. And of course, the result of that drama is out. Both teams have been fined some huge amount of money, and more importantly for Liverpool, their manager will be facing a couple of games on the ban on the touchline, and also find some huge amount of money as well. We'll talk about all of that on the show today. Of course, we'll run you through games that we expected to have tonight in one of the major leagues across Europe. Yesterday, what a game we had in Spain. Of course, 4-4 it ended between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. The return leg is going to be happening at the Wanda Metropolitano in a few days' time. Let's see if Atletico Madrid will be able to get the job done finally, or Barcelona would always put things off for themselves. Well, for Gerard Piqué, he had come out to say that in his time, there's no way Lamine Yamal will be playing competitive football at that age, and looking at the number of games he's played for Barcelona. We'll also have Chelsea. They returned to winning ways yesterday, 4-0 against Southampton, and the statement of Cole Palmer is what everybody is worried about. He said, relax, guys, I will be back. I mean, your team won 4-0 and you're saying you will be back. It's never been about you, it's been about the team. Well, Maresca said a couple of days back that there's a lot of over-reliance on Cole Palmer by the team. Yesterday, they had to get the job done. And I mean, there's no big deal winning Southampton, of course. Everybody are beating them as much as they can. Well, we'll talk about all of that also on the show today. You're welcome. Well, someone is asking, Ronaldo, is it the problem at Manchester United? You look at the players that have left, man. You look at exactly some amazing stuff that Antonio is doing at Real Betis right now. Look at Marcus Rashford. I mean, all of these and more will be on the menu today. Crystal Palace yesterday did themselves a world of good, and guess what? They are dreaming Europe. And on that space, we welcome you to the show today. Arsenal, former Arsenal striker, got his first Premier League goal for Crystal Palace yesterday. They won their game 1-2-3-4, and they seems to be the big team right now. Agbatomi, good to have you on the show again. Well, it's a different kind of Wednesday. You find a way to put me on this show, but it's okay. We get the job done. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Too much ban for your manager at this crucial time. What exactly is that most likely going to cause for Liverpool?
Well, I mean, first of all, the first of the two games will be against Newcastle, which is going to be pretty later tonight at Anfield, which I think is going to be a proper conundrum. For Liverpool, even with the manager, and it just looks like without an slot on the sideline, it's not only even going to be an slot. Even the Aston manager, what's his name now? Spurshov, that's the Aston manager for Liverpool, is not also going to be on the sideline. So it means that former Everton defender ʟᴏᴜ will be on the sideline. As the representative of the Liverpool's coaches later tonight against Newcastle. Though I mean, and the slot is also going to be be in contact and communication with.
But those communication is always limited. It's always controlled.
Exactly, it's always limited. But then it's going to be at Anfield.
You can't initiate substitution.
You have to call.
Even in the call, you are not supposed to initiate substitution in the call.
Exactly. But apart from that, I just feel like Liverpool. Liverpool just find a way around and try much as possible to defeat Newcastle. This game against Newcastle is a must win because Arsenal will be playing against Nottingham Forest. It's going to be second up against third, and both teams as well. By the way, talking about Arsenal as well as Nottingham Forest are coming from defeat. Nottingham Forest were defeated by this same Newcastle that Liverpool will be playing 4-3. Arsenal as well also lost surprisingly to a weak West Ham team because of wicked at Emirates Stadium. So this win is a very, very important win despite the absence of an slot.
Well, we've got bills to pay on the dot of 6:10, but let me run you through result of games that were decided yesterday in all of the major leagues that had games across Europe yesterday. Started off with Brighton defeating Bournemouth by 2-1. Danny Welbeck coming in, and 3 minutes into substitution, he got the winning goal for Brighton. Crystal Palace defeated Aston Villa by 4-1. That is absolutely the surprise result of yesterday. For Wolves, they lost at home again to Fulham, and Chelsea played a 4-0 victory over Southampton. Barcelona played a 4-4 draw with Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey semi-final first leg. The return leg to happen next week. In the Coppa Italia quarterfinals, Inter Milan defeated Lazio by 2-0. Well, for the championship game, Cardiff City defeated Hull City, and Middlesbrough won away from home home at Stoke City by 3-1. Those were games that were decided yesterday. Today, there were games in the Nigerian Premier Football League. The league was on break over the weekend because of the FA Cup at the state level. So the game returns today. But before we run you through some of those results, let's quickly pay the bills. What would come back? We'll run you through results of games that will be played today. Some have been played already. Plateau United, 1 defeat in 4 games. So much for an ultimatum: 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat. The manager's job is safe. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Mainline 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos. Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one where your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine. We dey knock down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your pilot speaking. Today we have some special passengers on board. 3 Betano members are going to England to watch Aston Villa live. Congratulations, Emeka, Yemi, Ibrahim.
Play with Betano and stand a chance to win an all-inclusive trip to the UK to watch live the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Betano, proud partner of Aston Villa. Play responsibly. Available only to those over the age of 18. The promo is valid from November 1st to February 28th, 2025. Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one where your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine. We dey knock down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Hi, Emeka.
Yemi, I learned that Betano is sending 3 football fans to England to watch the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham for free. Imagine us going there together. That would be amazing. Okay, bye.
What? He hung up to play.
Play with Betano and stand a chance to win an all-inclusive trip to the UK to watch live the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Betano, proud partner of Aston Villa. Play responsibly. Available only to those over the age of 18. The promo is valid from November 1st to February 28th, 2025.
Oga, this your engine don kaput o. After you make me spend money repairing and repairing, see what you are now saying. Oga, don't be my fault now. I sabi work o. Na your engine no good. If you bring car collect hello, my engine.
Do you know that one way to get your engine working efficiently is by buying good quality petrol? That is why Dangote Refinery has refined its petrol to straight run clean petrol, which is quality petrol you can trust for all your engines. It's time to care about your engine. Buy high quality Dangote petrol.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one where your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine. We dey knock down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luther. Malaria's in big trouble.
Oga, this your engine don kaput o.
After you don't make me repair. See the kind thing when you talk.
Oga, don't be my fault now. I sabi work o. Na your engine no good o. Hello, my engine.
My people, una sabi say one way to make sure say una motor and generator engine them work wella na to dey buy ogbonge quality petrol. That na why Dangote Refinery don't find way to refine their petrol to give us ogbonge quality straight run petrol. This na better quality petrol where you fit trust to. Time don't reach to care for una engine them. Buy better quality Dangote petrol.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Sport Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
Because me, I don't get time for me. Baby, don't kill my vibe for me. Shall we go make up till the morning? Oh, my ninja make up when he love the Cazoro, dale. Mogbe. If we do, I make we suffer now. Cause of my money, I go give Titi Dala, I'm a shy. Mogbe. See your love is so insane, oh. Now only you every day, more. Miss my head with a grace, oh. Baby, girl, for you, I'm mad all the time, oh. They know if you quench our flame, oh. And I'm not afraid to let you know, say now you are one, and I'm loving the things you did make me do now. Don't shut it. Don't treat me like a fool now. Oh, baby. Baby girl, I know be you now. Go sorry. Now me be one for you now. See every morning, every night, every day, oh my baby. Somebody call the popo.
I want to report it. Somebody call the popo. Big shout out to Adekunle Gold for this one. I think that's one of the finest collaboration I've heard in a very long time. And of course, that is DJ Tunes, Wizkid's official DJ, featuring Wizkid, Adekunle Gold, and Omale on that one. And they call it Me. Oh, don't kill me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope Nottingham Forest will not add Salt to Arsenal's injury tonight, because both of them would want to make a statement and make sure that they cement their top four finish. Nottingham Forest knows that if they lose tonight and Man City wins their game, against Tottenham Hotspur, it becomes a different ball game entirely in terms of their, European hopes. Are probably making it to the Champions League. Let me run you through result of games that were decided earlier today, then the games that we're expected to have tonight. Enyimba played 1-1 draw with Shooting Stars. For Enugu Rangers, they returned to winning ways, defeating Sunshine Stars by 3 goals to nothing. For Shooting Stars, it looked like the league is done and dusted, especially with the last result in the last 3 games as against Warrior Stars is pulling off. For Heartland Football Club of Owerri, they played a goalless draw against ŁKNEMI Warriors of Maiduguri. For Kano Pillars, also they defeated Promise Keepers Akwa United by a goal. Lobby Stars have been playing their home games at the Lafayette Township Stadium because of the renovation going on at their stadium, of course, there in Makurdi. But they lost at home against Niger Tornadoes. And funny enough, Niger Tornadoes are also playing their home game at the same stadium.
Since we get to stadium perfect.
And both of them, none of them owns the stadium. And there's renovation going on also at the Kotagora Stadium where Niger Tornadoes play their game. So both of them are loaning the same stadium, and both of them are losing
at their home stadium.
At their own from home stadium. Welcome to Nigeria Premier League, by the way. That's what you get. Nasarawa United play Remo Stars, and they defeated Remo Stars by a goal to nothing. For Plateau United, defeated the Bayelsa United by 1 goal to nothing. For Plateau United, it looks like they're pulling it up one after the other. Remember, their coach Mangut got a 3 games ultimatum and he's been able to redeem himself. Apart from the loss against the Ikorodu City in Lagos here, that 2 goals to 1 defeat. They had 2 wins and 1 draw in 4 games ultimatum. It didn't really help them as such, but at least they've got some space between them and the other
team. The manager will be staying put.
Now, obviously, now they are 15th on the table with 31 points, closely followed by the team they defeated today, Bayelsa United, by 30 points. Sunshine Stars with 28 points on 17th position on the log. Nasarawa United, it looks like they are going back to where they came from. I really pity my friend Cʀᴜɪsᴜ, the striker of the side. They are really, really struggling, despite the fact that they started well at the start of the season. They had the highest goal scorer in the Nigerian Premier Football League, back-to-back hat-tricks in Yusuf Anas, but it looks like they are not finding it easy. And the truth is this: just hire and fire, rooted in Towing Club of Akure. Remember, they're also playing that game at the Otumba Dikpo Dynasty. It looks like the governor of the state does not really care. 16.2 points for Katsina United. They are 13th position. They've got 33 points at the same point with Heartland Football Club of Owerri in 12th. By the People Elephant, the former champions, the most successful Nigerian Premier League football side, 2 times Champions League winner, are 11th position, and they've played the same number of games. In fact, they play more games than teams like Katsina United and Bender Insurance that are very much beneath them. Maybe the magic touch of Kano is not doing any good for them. They've crashed out on the continent. They're also not doing well at home at all. They had 4 outstanding matches, and out of those 4 outstanding matches, because of their continental commitment, they won only 1 out of those 4 outstanding matches.
They also were knocked out of the CAF competition.
Exactly. That's so disappointing for Eyimba. But of course, they try to see how high they can finish on the table. Kwara United, they are Fragile Warriors, as they are called, 10th position with 36 points. ŁKNEMI Warriors of Maiduguri are 9th position with 37 points, alongside Niger Tornadoes in 8th with 37 points. Ikorodu City refused to lead the top half of the table. I'm super impressed with those guys. Big shout out to the team, and more importantly, our own friend, of course, Toby Samuel, aka Gala Media, for some amazing stuff they're doing with the Ikorodu City right there. This is their debut season in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and they've been roughly fed us. They've got 38 points, sit in 7th position. For Kano Pillars, they're on 39 points in 6th position, also pushing for a CAF Confederations Cup ticket. For former champions Rivers United, they are 5th position with 39 points. Abia Warriors seems to be the surprise team so far, because they started really poorly at the start of the season. Their first 5 games of the season, they had back-to-back loss at home. Back-to-back losses at home, and they picked up. The other half of the season have been really, really good for them, and I think that's what they been able to pick some of their results.
That's what the second part of the season can do for you.
Especially when you buy one. They brought in 6 different players.
They bring in different players, and it just looks like the team changes, and the whole sort of the team changes, and then there's now some form of added motivation. So that's what I think is going on at the moment for them.
They've had 12 wins, 4 draws, and 10 defeats. They've got 40 points. They sit 4th position, and of course, for defending champions Enugu Rangers, they've got 26 points. They've got 41 points out of 26 games, and they sit 3rd position, 1 point adrift of 2nd place Shooting Stars Football Club of Ibadan 3SC, the biggest and the most surprising team of the championship this season. Talking about Shooting Stars, they sit 2nd. 12 wins, 6 losses, 6 draws, and 8 losses. They've got 42 points. And guess what? They are actually 11 points adrift of Remo Stars Football Club.
Exactly.
So you can almost put your money on the fact that this league is done and dusted. It could have been 9 points, but Shooting Stars drew that game away from home today against Enyimba. But guess maybe the champions elect. If you look at how the Nigerian Premier Football League always run, this is looking more like Arsenal and Liverpool. The same amount of points. Yes, 11 points separating both of them.
That's true.
And talking about the table topping Remo Stars, they've got 51 points. They've lost 7 games already this season. They've drawn only 3 and they've won 16. 4 more wins more than second place Shooting Stars, and they've got 51 points. It looks like this league is done and dusted, but time will tell. Let's see where Let's see where all of that would also lead us into for games that will be decided tonight later in the English Premier League. There's going to be Arsenal trying to pick up their season and see how far they can go again. There's Brentford at the GTEC Community Stadium. They'll be hosting Everton. Everton are unbeaten in 6 games, 4 wins and 2 draws already under David Moyes competition. That game will be by 8:30. And for Manchester United at Old Trafford versus Ipswich Town by 8:30 as well. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Of course, Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal by 8:30, and Tottenham also versus Manchester City is also by 8:30. The last game for tonight is going to be by 9:15, and that's going to be Liverpool and Anfield hosting Newcastle United. That's going to be the big game to look out for. Newcastle are pushing for a return to Europe and the Champions League qualification slot, and Liverpool are also trying to cement their place. Whatever happens tonight, the league can be won or lost tonight. If Liverpool wins tonight, they want to play. If in the Copa del Rey semi-final, second game, there's Real Sociedad will be hosting Real Madrid. In the DFB Cup quarterfinals, there's RB Leipzig hosting Wolfsburg. Those are the games that we expect to have tonight in the English Premier League. In the Italian Coppa Italia, let's quickly talk about Liverpool. Liverpool manager and Slow was sent off by referee Michael Oliver straight after the Merseyside derby on the 12th of February 2025. And Slot and his assistant Spike Oshoff have been handed 2-match touchline bans. Both are bound for Liverpool's home games against Newcastle and Southampton. I'm sure they won't miss him so much. Liverpool boss have also been handed a fine of £70,000 after his red card at the end of the Merseyside derby earlier this month. The ban means he will be absent for the touch time for Liverpool's game with Newcastle on Wednesday night, which is today, plus their next Premier League game at home against Southampton, which is going to be the weekend after this one. The FA had informed Liverpool of that decision. Slot was seen shaking hands with referee Michael Oliver after the dramatic 2-2 draw at Everton, with the Dutchman saying something to the official before he was shown a red card. The FA deemed fit that Slot has acted in an improper manner or he has used an insulting or abusive or a behavior towards both the referee and the assistant referee after the match had finished. The Liverpool boss admitted the charge and they would not be challenging the fine. Slot assistant Spike Oslow was also straight red carded as well after the final whistle. Excuse me, and he's been given a 2-match touchline ban suspension with £7,000. Foul, coach 70,000, assistant 7,000. Okay, the FA deemed he acted in an improper way and used the wrong word before he was being sent off. Liverpool midfielder Curtis Jones was also shown a straight red card, some huge amount of money. Everton and Liverpool are also been fined £65,000 and £50,000 respectively following the final. So the £70,000 initially was for Slot. He would have to pay that by himself, but of course there's another £50,000 fine.
And Slot or the club.
Slot pays. If you pick up a yellow card or a red card as a player, you pay. If you do the same as a coach, you pay. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Liverpool manager and Slot speaking 2 days after the derby red card. He said, emotions got the better of me. If I could do that differently, if I look back, I would love to do that different, and I hope to do that differently next time. I think what happened was that at the extra 5 minutes ended up being 8. It happened a lot. I should have acted differently after the game, but it is an emotional sport, and sometimes individuals make wrong decisions, and that is definitely what I did. On Curtis Jones' red card, he said, I like a lot that he stand up for the team, but there are also other ways for the team and fans to do that. I will talk with him after that and as same for me, I should have acted differently after the game. How do you want to tell your player that you shouldn't have collected a red card when you also got a red card? That's football, and like you always say, one way or the other, emotions would always, sometimes take the better part of you.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. For Formula One, let's quickly look at what Lando Norris is cooking, because there's going to be something special in the unveiling in Bahrain. Yes, Norris was for Bahrain. Lewis Hamilton makes a full Ferrari debut. Yes, for the one, it is Lando Norris with 1 minute 30.432 seconds. For George Russell of Mercedes came second. Max Verstappen third. Charles Leclerc of Ferrari. Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly of Alpine also finished in the top six. For Lewis Hamilton, he's ended the first session in 13th position with 1 hour 31.8346.70 lap seconds on the lap, and that's exactly how it ended. For Esteban Ocon, he did not even complete this session. Those are the news that we have for you in Formula One as we speak. Well, there's also a report. Yesterday we talked about Chris Eubank and Conor Ben scheduled to fight each other on April 26th, and they said parents, that's Chris Eubank and Conor Ben, both of their parents were lifetime rival, and now the kids have also entered into it. Chris Eubank and Conor Bernard were scheduled for a face-off in London on Wednesday ahead of the April 26th clash at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Eubank Jr. could face disciplinary action after the British Boxing Board of Control, after slapping an egg in Ben's face at the press conference. I'm going to have to go see that real quick. How? Okay, Chris Eubank's planned face-off with Conor Ben at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium has been cancelled amid security concerns after chaotic scenes at the press conference earlier today. Plans were being discussed for Eubank and Ben to go head-to-head on Wednesday at the football ground, which is hosting the grudge fight on the 26th of April 2025. But this pre-fight event have asked after Eubank slapped an egg into the face of Ben at the end of the press conference in Manchester. A second press conference at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is planned to go ahead on Thursday, with additional security being drafted in to try and avoid further confrontation before the fight. But Eubank Jr. could face disciplinary action from the British Boxing Board of Control. The governing council said in a statement, the British Boxing Board of Control is aware of the incident at the earlier press conference in Manchester for the Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben contest on the 26th of April 2024, and we are dealing with the manners in accordance with the regulations of the body. Ben's promoter Eddie Hearn has raised concern about the appearance clashing again later this week. I don't know if we can do the Thursday's press conference. I've got to be honest with you, because it will be back on site, said Eddie Hearn. Remember also that Eddie Hearn is also the promoter of Anthony Joshua. It won't be have a slap and calm down. It's a one-upmanship. You have Eubank slapped me, Ben, and I got to go at you also again. From my point of view, it is unacceptable, but the game is the game. But if you want to play those games, then the fun really begins now, and it might not be the fun that the people want. I could not let Conor Ben anywhere near Chris Eubank Jr. I could not let Nigel Ben anywhere near Chris Eubank Jr. Whether that changes in 48 hours, we'll have to see. But then these two needs to be kept apart, and they cannot be anywhere near each other. You are talking about Conor Ben, who is a hot-headed kid, and you are talking about the old school, and you are talking about Nigel Ben. Okay, Boxer CEO Ben Shalman, who promotes Eubank, said, I think that was too far at the end, and I didn't know what it was. I watched it back. It was obviously an egg. Chris is uncontrollable in that situation. He does what he wants. He thinks what he wants. He's his own man, and if he feels he's going to do something, he's going to do it. He's going to do it, and that is way too far for me. Okay, I will keep our fingers crossed on that one, and we'll keep you absolutely updated for. But it is right now, the fight is off, but anything can happen between now and 26th of April, and when the fight is supposed to come up. some table tennis story right now. 5 times men's singles champion Aaron Akordu showcased a flawless performance on the opening day of the 2025 ITTF African Cup. Aaron spot in his knockout stage. Meanwhile, Congo Brazzaville side seeded Mohamed El Beli suffered a 3-0 defeat to exit in the first round, bow out after double defeat. Meanwhile, the defending champions of the women's side, Dana Masharif of Egypt, alongside with Egypt's Omar Amal and Hannah Goudal, also advanced to the second round. As the tournament progresses, all eyes will be on the semi-finalists and who will qualify for the IWTF World Cup, with the decisive matches taking place on Wednesday. Before the end of the show, we'll get the result of that particular one. And the ITTF has praised Tunisia for his exceptional organizational skills during the opening ceremony on Tuesday. The ITTF President Petra Solin commended Tunisia for being an excellent host of top-class tournament in Africa, amongst the best organized events globally. In his welcome address, the president of the Tunisia Table Tennis Federation, Lofty Grofel, expressed gratitude to the leadership of the ITTF Africa for awarding the hosting right to Tunisia and assuring all visitors of a warm stay during the tournament. President of ITTF Africa, our own Lagos boy Waheed Oshodi, also lauded the ITTF for setting high standard in event organization. We are especially privileged to collaborate with the Tunisia Table Tennis Federation, whose active participation in ITTF African initiative set a high standard for hosting and promoting the sport. Their commitment to sharing their rich culture and warm welcome athletes, officials, and fans from across Africa and across the world has added a special significance to this tournament. Events like these highlight both our diversity and shared passion, strengthening the bonds with our table tennis community. And that is coming from the ITTF African President Waheed Oshodi. Over 50 players comprising 29 men and 21 women from Algeria, Benin Republic, Cameroon, Congo, DR Congo, Brazzaville, Ivory Coast, Ethiopia, Ghana, Egypt, Madagascar, Morocco, South Africa, Tunisia, Zambia, and Nigeria are participating in the 3-day tournament. This event would also serve as the qualifier for the ITTF World Cup, with semi-finalists in the men's and women's categories securing their tickets to the global tournament in China.
Though there may be wet road ahead and you cannot slip, just move on up. For peace you find into the steeple of beautiful people where there's only one kind.
For lovers of basketball, this is a good one for look at. Dunkirk's triple-double helped LA Lakers to a 107-99 win over former teammate Dallas Mavericks in the NBA. The 25-year-old guy joined the Lakers as part of a 3-way trade this month after 6 seasons at the Mavericks. Playing against Dallas for the first time since that move, Dunkirk scored 19 points and made 15 rebounds and 12 assists at the Crypto.com arena. In the first quarter, second quarter, I didn't know what was happening. It was just different. I can't even explain how I felt. I'm just glad we got a win, and I can't wait to go to sleep. LeBron James scored 27 points for the Lakers, who are fourth in the Western Conference after a third straight win, while Kyrie Irving scored 35 for the 9th place Dallas Mavericks. The Memphis Grizzlies required overtime to beat Phoenix Suns by 151 to 148 at home. The Grizzlies are second in the Western Conference, and the Suns are 11th in the same conference. The Cleveland Cavaliers tightened their grip on top spot with East with a 122-82 win over the Orlando Magic, their 10th successive victory. For Gianni Antetokounmpo's 27 points could not prevent Milwaukee Bucks from losing 100-97 against Houston Rockets. Those some form of update on the Jose Mourinho drama. The Drogba has defended his former Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho, insisting the Portuguese is not a racist. Galatasaray accused Fenerbahce manager Jose Mourinho of making racist statement following the goalless draw between the Turkish Super League rivals on Monday. Speaking after the Istanbul derby, Jose Mourinho said the home bench had been jumping like monkeys, but the Drogba, who scored 20 goals in 53 appearances for Galatasaray in the 2013-2014 season offers support of Mourinho, who was the former Ivory Coast striker and captain, posted on his official X handle. We all know how passionate and heated rivalries can be, but I've been lucky enough to experience it. I've seen the recent comment about Jose Mourinho. Trust me when I tell you, I've known Jose Mourinho for 25 years, and he's not a racist, and history, past and present, is there to prove it. How can my dad in code be a racist? Come on, guys. Former Chelsea, Manchester United, and Real Madrid manager Jose Mourinho took charge of Fenerbahce in June 2024 after leaving AS Roma. Both before the Galatasaray encounter, he also repeatedly criticized the Turkish referee, saying it would have been a disaster if a Turkish referee was used for the game. Slovenia's Slavoj Višnić was the referee after both clubs requested a foreign official to take charge of that fixture. Remember that Slovenia's Slavoj Višnić was the referee that referred the Champions League final last season. Now let's focus on some of the key games that we're expected to have in English Premier League tonight, beginning from Brentford versus Everton, Manchester United and Ipswich Town, Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City, and Liverpool versus Newcastle. Let's talk about Liverpool versus Newcastle. Agbatomi, this is a massive game. For Newcastle, they are trying to push their luck to see how high they can finish on the table. And for Liverpool, they're also trying to extend their lead over Arsenal, which as we speak stands at 11 points. And of course, Liverpool have played a game more than Arsenal, but as it is right now, it is 64, 53, 47, 46, 44, 44, 43. That means all the teams from all the teams from sixth can actually change trade places, except first and second.
If you take a look at the table, all the teams from third down to 10th, they just have 5 points between
separating them. Exactly. So as it is now, if Manchester City wins today and Nottingham Forest fails to win their game, Man City would have 47 points, and they would also go top of Nottingham Forest, and Chelsea would drop a further down from their fourth position. If Newcastle wins tonight against Liverpool, they would have 47 points, and they've got, obviously, without win, they will have more goals than Nottingham Forest. If Nottingham Forest fails to win against Arsenal and they also have a minus goal, they would also have 47 points and go top. Bournemouth have already played their game yesterday and they have lost. So that means apart from Liverpool and Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Man City, Newcastle, those four teams can actually trade places. Liverpool will not be having Anslot on the sideline tonight at the first of his 2 games, touchline ban and £70,000 fine because of the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. How much does Liverpool need to win tonight?
Well, first of all, it's a potential banana skin. A lot has been said about Liverpool as well as Newcastle's issue, as well as battles over the course of the year. I think it's also going to be a dress rehearsal ahead of the AFL final that's going to be played on the 16th of March as well. And you also recall as well the reverse fixture right there at St. James Park. It ended in a 3-0 draw. Liverpool should have won that one, if not for the mistake from the goalkeeper, the second choice goalkeeper for Liverpool, which is ᴜᴜ. But apart from that, this is a game that we will be definitely seeing a lot of goals for Newcastle. They've won.
The last time we ended in a 3-0 draw.
That was a 6-goal thriller
at St. James's Park.
And Newcastle as well are also having a good run of form at the moment. In their last 10 games, last 10 English Premier League games, they've won 7 out of it. Last week, we had the reverse lost as well to Manchester City in down 4 goals to nil. Away to Mamouche scoring a hat-trick as well in that one. But at Anfield, I just feel like Liverpool would have the edge in this one, but would they be able to dominate Newcastle without their manager being on the sideline? I don't think that's going to be possible. I think we'll be seeing a slender win for Liverpool, maybe a 1-goal win or a 2-1 win later tonight at Anfield.
Okay, Abatami thinks it's going to be a win for Liverpool tonight at Anfield. Anfield is one of the most dangerous and difficult places, arenas you want to go play ball.
Some form of statistics now. The next 7 games out of the 11 for Liverpool will be played at Anfield. So I mean, it just looks like all Liverpool fans have to do is to turn up the noise at Anfield, try as much as possible.
But they've lost. The only game they've lost this season in the Premier League has come from Anfield. That can be really crazy, you know. But then the most important thing is that they've got to get going for Newcastle, and I mean, I'm sure that their mind and their entire existence is going to be on that final against the same Liverpool side. Guess what? Newcastle United have not won a major trophy in over 70 years. So they certainly want to win the Carabao Cup at all costs. And this is going to be more like a dress rehearsal because they'll be playing Liverpool again in the Carabao Cup final in about, I think,
March 16th.
2 weeks' time. 2 weeks from now. Exactly. So it's going to be like a dress rehearsal for both of them. But let's see where that game would most likely tilt towards tonight. Another game that will certainly have a lot of interest to a lot of people is going to be Arsenal away at Nottingham Forest. The head-to-head seems to favor Arsenal, but it looks like a lot has gone wrong in the last few matches for Arsenal. The last time they met in the first leg this season, Arsenal defeated Nottingham Forest at the Emirates Stadium by 3-0. And the last time, this reverse fixture last season, Arsenal won the game by 2-1 in that particular one. So their last 3 meetings in Nottingham Forest are yet to beat Arsenal. It's been 2-1, 2-1, 3-0. But for tonight, what are we expecting? Arteta thinks that he will be doomed and condemned if at all he fails to think that Arsenal still can't compete for the league title. And the funny thing is that this game starts before Liverpool's game, because this Arsenal's game is going to be by 8:30, and Liverpool will be playing their games by 9:15. So the first half of Arsenal's game will be completed when Liverpool will start their second half. How important is this game for Arsenal to get back to winning ways?
It's a big game, not just for Arsenal but also for Nottingham Forest as well. They're also in the mix for championship qualification, and they'd also want to consolidate on the kind of good performances they've been giving and spawning out this season alone. Apart from that, we also take a look at the records as it stand for both clubs. Arsenal as well as Nottingham Forest is going to be second against third. Arsenal in second, and Nottingham Forest as well in third. Nottingham Forest as well have also gotten 1 or 2 huge wins this season. They got one over Liverpool. They also, Liverpool as well to a 1-0 draw right there at the City Forest ground, which is where the game will also be played later tonight later tonight. But I mean, both sides, just like I said, first of all, Nottingham Forest are coming back from that loss to Newcastle over the weekend, 4-3 we also had that Arsenal has also been beaten at home at Emirates Stadium 1-0. So this is a game that's perfectly poised. Both sides need to get back to winning ways. And at the City Forest ground, I just feel like Nottingham Forest would maybe get the advantage. So, and if that happens, then Arsenal can kiss the league goodbye.
Absolutely. Even if Liverpool draws point against Newcastle and Arsenal fails to win tonight,
they must win.
It's still done and dusted.
They must win.
But I mean, you never can tell. Mikel Arteta is talking tough, and he says the boys are going to get back into it.
That's what
Ben White is going to start tonight, and that could give them just some extra bite for Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka. That is still a bit far. I think the return date for them was fixed at end of March.
That's going to be towards the
that's going to be towards the Champions League, which is probably going to be very important to them. Another game also is going to be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for Manchester City. It looks like the season cannot just get worse than it has gotten. Remember, the first leg this season ended in 4-0 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur at the Etihad Stadium.
Tottenham as well have also treated and dealt with their Manchester brothers. You remember they've defeated Manchester United 3 times this season, twice in the league and 1 in the FA Cup. Against Manchester City,
they want to do the double against Man City.
Exactly.
And for the head-to-head in the last 3 games, Manchester City defeated Tottenham Hotspur in this reverse fixture last season 2-0. But Tottenham Hotspur also defeated Man City by 2-1. That is in the EFL Cup 4 try. It was Tottenham Hotspur that knocked out Manchester City, and they've also beaten them in the Premier League by 4-0. Let's see if Tottenham Hotspur will be able to do the double over Manchester City this season. Those are games that we're expected to have in the English Premier League for tonight, the 26th day of February 2025.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch, and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
Of course, another manager that is struggling to find his balance in the English football, arguably the most difficult league in the world, is Manchester United. Ruben Amorim. They will be hosting struggling Ipswich Town tonight at the Old Trafford, and it's going to be a very, very tricky game for them. Remember that Ipswich Town will fancy their chance against Manchester. Manchester United have lost 6 of their last 8 Premier League games at home. The last 8 home Premier League games they've lost 5, they've drawn 1, and it doesn't look like it's a place they found solace. The fans are not even happy watching them play tonight. How important is a win for Ruben Amorim tonight? They sit 15th position on the log, just a few points above West Ham United.
11 points above the 17th on the log, and it's very, very unfortunate that Manchester United are finding themselves in this unfamiliar, maybe familiar position in the past couple of seasons, but then Ipswich, I think they are condemned already. Things I know. See, I just feel like Manchester fantastic. Manchester United are not doing justice to that talent of a footballer, but unfortunately that's what it is, and people to help Manchester United to climb up and up. And if Manchester United will win it tonight, Bruno Fernandes will be a very, very important part of that plan for them to win.
And the funny thing about Manchester United position on the table is they can't rise higher their game against Man City, both of Tottenham Hotspur with 33, Ipswich Town. So those are the games that's going to be difficult. Those are the games we're expected to have tonight. Well, you know what happens at ladies and gentlemen, and I've got the ever beautiful and adorable Gloria Young in the studio, coming to take over for the ladies' lounge. Let me ask, do you watch ball?
For what? As for how? Guess who just walked into?
Okay, it's a full house tonight, yes, and so you don't watch ball.
I just feel that watching football, watching grown men chasing after one small round leather.
That one went far. Do you watch ball?
Okay, why? So why aren't you asking me if I don't watch?
No, you just came and I was going to ask you to. Do you watch ball?
No.
So why did I ask you?
Because I wanted to ask you.
The other side of the mind, what are we expecting tonight?
Goodies.
Lots of goodies.
Okay, maybe we should keep it under wraps.
Yes.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, make it a date 7 p.m. all the way down to 9 p.m. on the ladies' lounge on Mainland 98.3 FM. We'll always make all of this happen. This show returns tomorrow, same time for 6 p.m. same station, Mainland 98.3 FM. Big shout out to you, Agbatomi, for coming through as always. And of course, I leave the studio tonight, but by 7 p.m. the superstars will be here to take you through all the way till 9 p.m. 120 straight minutes of nothing short of fun.
How does it feel sitting between two superstars?
You're a star, of course. You're a big boy in your own lane. My name is Okwemi Akinade. They call me the host with the most. If you're graceful enough, you can call me the Sultan of MC, and I'll be reporting for duty again for Sports Show tomorrow, 6 p.m. And I'm sure by that one, Arsenal will either get a banter or a swing song. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stick around, 7 p.m. for Ladies Lounge.
Nice.
Hey,
really nice.
Baby.
You know, rock with the FBC to show them can't form on your
We are put one hand and me feel alright. One hand and me feel that. We are put one hand and me feel alright. you're really not ready, I'm really not ready too. Because if you're really